Hey everyone, I'm Basanta from Smart Guide. In this video, I'm going to talk about Bluetooth-based COVID-19 contact tracing. This is fairly new technology. The same technology is being used by Apple's Find My iPhone service for the offline finding. If iPhone doesn't have any data connection or the Wi-Fi connection, it uses a low Bluetooth energy service and the nearby Apple device. It tries to get the approximate location. The same technology can be utilized for the contact tracing and without even exploiting the location or the user personal information. Please subscribe and share my channel and click on the bell icon next to subscribe button, then select all so that you can get all the future feeds about my videos. My channel is youtube.com/smarttechguide without hyphen. Now let's get started. Bluetooth based contact tracing technology, it's based on low Bluetooth energy technology. It's being already used by Apple's Find My service, can be utilized for the contact tracing, and it can be utilized for all other mobile and other devices. Tim Cook and Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google and Apple, announced today, April 10th, they will be working together with public health officials and organizations and NGOs on this service, and it doesn't exploit the user location or personal information, and it needs explicit user consent for using the service. You have to download the app from the public health officials and you have to opt in to use the service so that public health officials can utilize your data and you will get a notification of those things. As I mentioned earlier, it doesn't exploit location or personal information. Rather, it works by sharing the low Bluetooth energy beam. That's anonymous beam. It changes every 15 minutes and it serves as a key between these two devices, and it can pair those key and repeatedly every 5 minutes or so it transmit, and if it find any other device, it save that key on the mobile database and utilize that database to calculate whether there were any contact between the COVID-19 infected persons or not. And this database is being used by the app that is created from the healthcare provider or health agency or the NGOs, and if the key matches with the phone from the person that is being infected or that is already infected, then you will get notification on your phone saying that you have been contact with the infected person. That doesn't mean that you are infected, but you are in near proximity of that person, so you need to take care of the rest. That means you may need to go to test out, or you may need to take care of other, and you may need to quarantine yourself, that kind of stuff. And it will only be used by the public health agencies and authorities for COVID-19 pandemic management. As I mentioned earlier, it can be utilized for future pandemic, but this is being called as COVID-19 contact tracing because it's being developed at this point. And it doesn't matter whether you are Android or the iPhone user. This is the diagram released from Google and Apple. In the diagram, I'll go by sequence. Let's say Alice and Bob meet together for the first time in some public park or somewhere. They talk about 10 minutes, for example, and their phone, they have their own phone, and because of those low beam energy signals, their phone got contact and their key are being saved on their phones, both of their phones. And after a few days, Bob goes to the testing facility and finds that he is COVID-19 positive. That means whoever person he is being contact with might be infected too. So we need to track all those peoples. That's why this technology is being created. Once Bob get identified as a positive for COVID-19, that key will be on the mobile database of Bob, and that key also matches on the Alice phone. So later Alice gets the notification, though she was not aware of any of that, but she gets the notification because the app will continuously downloads the database from the server. So she gets the notification that she has been in contact with the person that has been tested positive, but she doesn't get who that person was and any other information. Her phone just get the key, but that doesn't get any other details. And most important note is that the key is changing every 15 minutes and it's anonymous, so we cannot identify which person that phone belongs to and all. So after that, that application from the health official will also show the next step, what you have to do, like maybe quarantine yourself, or you have to visit the testing center for the testing, that kind of stuff. There are a couple of other things, like it's low energy Bluetooth beam and it transmits every 5 minutes or so, and the key itself is being refreshed every 15 minutes or so. Is anonymous, so it cannot be traced that this key belongs to you or any other person. Cryptographic scanning inside the mobile app that serves as the database and collection of all those keys that has been in contact with you in past 14 days or so. Depending on the app setting, it may be different, but based on this document, it's 14 days of the history. So even if you know the key, you won't be able to identify which person is it. Are there any limitation for that? Of course, there are few limitations, like nearby. You went nearby to the COVID infected. That doesn't mean you are infected. It implies that you may be infected, but it's not guaranteed that you are infected, and it may give you some kind of worry even if you are not infected. So that's one minus point. And another is length of exposure. For example, I said earlier, based on this technology, to achieve the high power usage of the low Bluetooth energy technology, the beams is being transmitted every 5 minutes. What happens if persons meet each other within 2-3 minutes and go away? At that point, your phone may not send the beam at all. That means if your phone and the other person's phone may not catch the key at all, and if that person is infected, what happens? Yeah, that kind of things. Length of exposure is there. And if you are up to date on the app, that app from the health official, then it might work. But if someone doesn't have to date version of the app, it may not work very well. So these kind of minor limitations are there, but this is the very nice technology. It's being developed. It's announced today and it will be live maybe around mid of May. So let's hope for the best. That's all. If you have any question, let me know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and share my channel and videos, like my Facebook page, and don't forget to click on the bell icon next to subscribe button to get notified of my future videos. If you haven't watched my previous videos, go ahead and watch. Feel free to comment if you like to know something or have feedback for me. Until next video, have a good time. Bye bye.